Good morning, afternoon, evening, gamers. First of all, Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you had a really nice day, and I hope you can have a beautiful new year as well, if I don't see you before then. This is just a short video. I don't really know what to entitle it, so you can entitle it for yourself and decide what you think it needs to be, what it needs to come under. But for me, I'm a single person. I have been probably in one way or another. I've always been alone most of my life. Whilst sometimes I'm alone, I'm not always lonely. But particularly at certain points of the year, generally during holidays, you feel it a little more than you would at other times throughout the year. So when a friend of mine, we'll call him Little Lee, and his family invited me over for dinner, I was a little bit nervous. I'm not a particularly social person. I'm not always good at knowing what to do. I feel like as I'm getting older, I maybe do a little bit better, but that's for other people to say and not really for me. But yeah, so he has quite a few sisters, and this was his sister, Colleen, who was very gracious, and she'd actually, I thought it was going to be off the day before, because she'd actually hurt her back, and she was still like willing to cook for us, which like made me like a little bit nervous, because usually that's not something I would sort of force myself into, because if somebody's hurt their back, that's that's not a good thing, particularly over Christmas. But it turns out Colleen is very feisty, and she was good, and I went for dinner, and it was amazing. So thank you very, very much, Colleen. The food was fantastic. I mean, generally at Christmas I will, eat a sandwich or maybe some sausage rolls. I think I had some sausage rolls. So, I wasn't planning on, really eating anything special. So it was a fantastic dinner. Apart from the seaweed. Yeah, I know it's not seaweed, but yeah. And so yeah, I had a really, really good time, and like generally even at my own Christmases when I lived with my mom, generally we didn't have a big family, so it was just, I never really got to see that dynamic of like lots of people and all the squabbles, and it was really interesting to see. It was just usually my mom and her partner, and that was usually it. Um, my brother lives way out in Portugal, and we don't really converse, which is a shame. So so yeah, Christmases for me were no big thing really. So getting to see a larger family and how they interact with each other was really nice. Um, yeah, so I had a really good time, and I hope for all of you out there that are alone. I've been there. I know how it feels. I hope you're doing well. And if you feel the need to, there are numbers. I shall try to find some and put them down below. Um, so you can maybe talk to somebody if you need to. I know it can be a hard time of year. I think last Christmas for me was a particularly bad one. And this is going to be a thing. I don't know whether I should mention it, but I'm going to anyway. Um, One of the things that I really enjoyed out of all of it, and a lot of people are going to laugh, but when you've been by yourself for a long, long time, and even when I was in a long-term relationship, it was still not something I particularly got, and not even from my own mom, really. Colleen gave me a hug, like at the end of the evening. It's such a small thing, but when you haven't been hugged for a long time, and particularly as a guy, we don't generally get hugged that much. And like I said, I wasn't even in the long-term relationship I was in. And even my mom didn't really hug me that much. She didn't know really. She wasn't really. She'd never been hugged as a child, so therefore, like when she hugged me, I don't know. She said I used to sort of tense up or something. So we weren't really into it. So I always made a point of hugging my son. So he's a much more sort of huggable person. He likes to hug and he gives me hugs. Um, so, but often, he doesn't really come over that much anymore. He's getting older. He's got a car now, so, he's out there and he's out with his friends, which is what you always want for your children, for them to be happy and for them to be out there and living their lives. Um, so yeah, he doesn't come around as much as he used to, which is fine. But yeah, getting that hug was probably one of the nicest things I've had in a while. Maybe a small thing, maybe a stupid thing to many of you, but you know, for a guy, it can be, yeah, it can be quite something. As a guy, we don't really get that much. We don't get that many hugs, or we don't really get compliments as much generally throughout our lives. I'm not saying every guy, you know, it's there's always different situations. Um, but for a lot of guys, more than you might imagine, yeah, it is a thing. So, so I've rambled enough now. So I just wanted to be thankful and grateful for what I received. It was an amazing day. It's probably going to be a Christmas day I will remember for a long time. And that's something to be cherished. So wherever you are, and I hope you're having fun. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Keep gaming. I'm gonna have more videos out in the next few days. I shall keep on carry on working and trying to find ways to entertain you all. So wherever you are, I hope you're well. I hope you're at peace and you're enjoying yourselves. And so until the next video, be well. And remember, if you can't do good in the world, don't make it worse. Until the next video, bye for now.